Hey, I'm Robert Gibson,
And
and
we're the songwriters on Holiday Feeling. We wanted
yes,
to have a little introduction and let you get to know us a little bit. And
mhm,
together we are
Silverson,
Silverson. Hey, hey.
Silverman, and Gibson. That's us.
It's Silverson. Right. This is like going to be the new hot songwriting duo up and coming. So
Heck yeah,
that's what we're hoping for.
yes. So I am a songwriter from the Bahamas. I have been writing original music from about 2006, 7, but I really got serious about it in around 2010, 11. I don't play really keyboard, but I do enough to make tracks. So I do a bit of track work. I'm very involved in my church, so music has always been a part of my life with choir and all that good stuff. I direct our youth choir, so music has always been a big part of my life. I dabbled briefly in being an artist, briefly as part of a trio turn duo. So that's been my musical history. Gail?
Well, I think that Rob downplays his strengths a lot. He's an amazing tracking guy, which is one of the things that made me interested in working with him. But as far as my background, I have an interesting trajectory. I sang as a kid and through about junior high, and then I completely stopped. And then I got an MBA, went to work in the corporate world in New York, and decided I wanted to be a singer and songwriter. So I had a band in New York called G Spot for 15 years, released a few CDs, played a lot of shows, started an organization called Girls Rock and Girls Rule to promote women in hard rock. And then now I live in Sarasota, Florida, and I had kind of gotten away from my music a little bit. And this year with the pandemic, I stepped heavily back into co-writing and writing, and was fortunate enough to partner up with Rob. And here we are. And we just released our first song with many more to come. So we're really
Yeah.
excited.
So where exactly did we meet, Miss Silverman?
We met in an awesome community called Songtown. It's a community for songwriters. And I think, Rob, I think that I invited you. I asked you if you would write with me. So we were
I
part of
think that was it.
the
Yeah, that
song
was it.
circle. So yeah, so Songtown is a collaborative community of songwriters, and you can learn and meet other co-writers. And then we also have the song circles every month, and Rob and I are part of the East Coast Song Circle.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
so big shout out to Marty Dodson and Clay Mills for
yeah.
creating Songtown. They're based out of Nashville, but I learned a lot about the craft of songwriting and again the community. So I never really co-wrote outside of my group when I was a part of when I was an artist, but I realized it being part of Songtown that a lot of the big hits you hear on the radio are all co-written, and so I'm so glad that I grabbed a few good ones, and Gail's one of the good ones.
Raw's one of the good ones too. And same for me. Like I only co-wrote, well, I co-wrote with my band, and then on my second CD, I co-wrote with my producer. But really, other than that, I always wrote as an artist, and it was very, oh, here's what's going on in my life, and here's what I want to write about. And so, being in Songtown has been a really different journey in learning the craft and learning that I don't have to be inspired or have something going on to write, but also just meeting so many amazing co-writers like Rob and going outside of my zone as an artist. So, he and I write all different kinds of genres, urban, R&B, pop, and I've written country songs with other people, things that I would never have written, on my own. So it's been pretty amazing. And but when I was in the song circle, the East Coast Song Circle, I think probably one of the first or second time back in March, Rob had these really cool songs and tracks, and I thought, well, I want to write with him because he seems really interesting. So I asked if he would co-write with me, and he said yes. And then we got on our first write. And what did we write, Rob? What was our first song?
I think our first song together was "Lucky Today." I brought an idea, and it was interesting because again, I didn't have a lot of experience with co-writing, but one of the things I learned very quickly is Miss Silverman is very quick on a lyric. Like, and so I was like, I'm kind of thinking this. And she would just go, I'm like, whoa, hold up. Because like, I'm a melody guy. And so usually I'm strong at the melody. And so I can kind of do that. but like it's always good to be paired with somebody who's a good lyricist, and Gail is definitely that.
And Rob is a great melody guy, and he just has very cool rhythm tracks. I call him the rhythm police because he keeps me on track when I'm writing lyrics. He's like, nope, that's too many syllables. Nope, that's it. And he pushes me to come up with the same sentiment and idea, but stay within the constraint
Hmm.
of melody and
It
rhythm.
must pop. It must be order. It must have order instead of syllables. So
But
that is it.
But don't be fooled. This man is no slouch in lyric writing at all. He thinks he's like, oh, and he's actually really good lyric writer as well. But he just likes he's very humble. So
Yeah. Well. Thank you. So, how did Holiday Feeling come about?
I think you came and you said you wanted to write a holiday song. Now my last name is Silverman, so clearly I am Jewish, although I'm not really a practicing Jew. I'm more spiritual, and I do love the Christmas season. And Rob came and said he wanted to write a holiday song. And was holiday feeling or single ladies Christmas list first? Holiday feeling, right?
I want to say Holiday Feeling was, yeah. And guys, this is our first. Well, me, I don't know Gail, but this is the first time I wrote a Christmas song. What happened was, I think another co-writer of mine had mentioned something about Christmas, and I kept seeing all of these Christmas songs needed kind of situation. And this is about August or something, right? Of this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was in August.
So yeah, so it was like, first of all, it was it was far away from Christmas, so I guess it was kind of hard to get in the feeling because it was like still like summer, right?
Right.
But and again, it's not my first time writing a Christmas song, but I think it came up pretty well.
No,
Um,
I think so too. And it not only was it summer, but we live in Florida in the Bahamas, so it was like no.
hot, yes.
And on top of that, I actually had the virus while we were writing this song, which is
Mm,
really interesting. And I just was not feeling well at all, but I just kept plowing through. I'm like, we're writing this song because Rob and I are our main goal is to write for sync licensing to get songs in ads and movies and film. And we had also, been told that July, August was the time to like write and get a holiday song out there. So we actually ended up being a bit late by the time we've got it produced, but we can still get it out there for next year. But yeah, and I think we wrote two in a row. We wrote Holiday Feeling, and then
we did, yeah,
a song called Single Ladies Christmas List, which has not been released yet, but it will be for next year. And that's a
yes. And so hopefully next year we'll have a whole EP worth of Christmas stuff because we realize that Christmas people, a lot of people's first of all, it's every year. So we want to we want to be hopefully one of our songs be like the next All I Want for Christmas Is You. We see Mariah. Because every year that song gets beat to death. And so we want our songs to get beat to death during Christmas time. But yeah, so that came and actually the finished product was not the initial. So we had something kind of written down in black and white. And then during my melody, thinking of some melodies, I was like, I want to be here to just do hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. And I'm so glad that we kind of came up with that because that really made it hookier in my opinion. We had something else going on.
yeah,
And
definitely. I think did we change the title too? I feel like it started out as a different title. Maybe not. I don't
uh, no, I think it started. I think it was always Holiday Feeling, but it was
know.
yeah,
Right.
it was a bit wordier and it wasn't as simple as that. So that works.
It is funny, like as the songs evolved, sometimes you can't even remember. You can't remember how it started, or there are certain songs I feel like I've written as a songwriter, as a personal, as an artist, that I'm very clear the moment when I wrote it and what it was about. But then there's some songs, even as an artist, I don't remember how I wrote it. It's like this
Hmm.
gift, and as a co-writer, it just becomes a big blur. Like I don't,
Hmm.
once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, I think I wrote that line, but most of the time I can't
Hmm.
remember.
Especially after like 20 something 20 rights, like we getting up there. So like after definitely. And so after we wrote it, I did a rough vocal, and then we took it to our song circle. Right, a song circle is like a monthly meeting with some people that are in our general area. And so after we presented two Christmas songs that month, because like each person gets to submit one. I submitted one, and Gail submitted one. So it's like Christmas in, I guess it's August. And then I was like, okay. So we wanted to know which one was stronger or which one was like had more potential. And then I was like, hands down, go Holly Feelin. And during that session, our leader Scott Hodgson, shout out to Scott, he actually suggested somebody vocalist. He's like, okay, you need to go. I need to reach out to Colleen Francis. She would kill the song. Reach out to her, and we reached out to her. And if you guys heard the song, you knew she killed it.
Yeah.
Almost everyone I played the song for, they're like, who's singing that? So she really brought the song to life.
She did an amazing job. And it was really interesting when we did that song circle because, it's kind of a critique. Like they help you make the song better. Everybody gives their opinion. And it was just like, no, you guys need to go out and record this and produce the song right now.
Mm. And I don't think, was there any feedback?
I think there was like maybe a note or two on like a tiny little tweak on a small tweak on a lyric that we had, but overall it was just like just go out and get it done and get
Mhm.
called. And I'm a singer, Rob's a singer, but I know what my sort of genre is, and I was like, this song, needs something else. And yeah, she did an amazing job. I'm really excited. We're hoping to work with her again, and we're going to do another session. I think in about a week, where we're
Mhm.
to let you meet Colleen and get to know her and hear. She also released her own holiday song.
So she's gonna talk about that a bit more too and share it with you guys. But yeah, she killed it. And Scott was like, "Tell her I said to you." So it's like he was really, and good call, Scott, good call.
And so, but so far, we're really excited. We've gotten really amazing feedback on the song, and
Mhm.
I know I keep putting out there that it's going to be the next Christmas classic. It's family friendly, and it's just we wanted to write something that made people feel good and uplifted. Like obviously, it's been a really hard year,
Mhm.
everything that's been going on, and we just want everybody to be able to sing along and have fun with it and feel inspired. And so the beginning of the song is more about the things at Christmas, like you're coming with the attic and you have your mistletoe and your garland and your champagne and and gingerbread. But then the second verse of the song is really more about connecting and sharing,
Mhm.
and reaching out to each other and sharing the excitement of the holidays. And I
Mhm.
quote a lot. I'm like, I get so excited because everyone's invited. so,
Mhm.
so we really wanted to make it this really uplifting, inclusive, fun song, and we're encouraging people to create their own holiday feeling and send us images,
Mhm.
videos, or
And I think we will be doing a campaign later on where we can get pictures and videos from people who listen to it, and they can show their holiday feeling in film or in video. So hopefully that's the case.
and then we want to do another video using whatever, if we get some images and footage and things about with, using the general public contributing. So we're hoping to do that a little later on this month.
Hmm.
Very excited.
Yeah. So again, this is our first release as Silverson, not our first song written together, but it's our first release, and that's kind of an interesting project, getting all the marketing stuff together. As songwriters and not really artists, you don't think that you'd be doing a lot of the marketing stuff, but it was a learning experience, learning curve. I know Gail has a marketing background, and I do graphic design, so I kind of get what is involved in a release, but it was fun, but definitely a challenge.
So, but we're good. It's good that we're a good team because we're a good songwriting team. But as Rob said, he's a graphic designer, and my whole background as a professional is in marketing. And so, so it's funny to be an artist and have to handle the business side. I've done that before when I had my band, and I know I can get really caught up in that and lose my let my creative fall to the side. So it's this delicate balance. But I think we're lucky that we both have a skill set that we can bring to the table to not only write the songs but then get them out into the world. And things.
Mhm.
My last release as an artist, things have changed. I think my last release was 20. Well, I had one in a solo release 2012 and 2017. And I didn't really push the 2017 one because I wasn't really that enamored with it. But now it's all streaming now. The distribution is all different. It's all social media. So it's really changed when I had my band back in, the early mid 2000s. So it's been interesting.
Hmm.
But we have,
It's funny.
sorry, what, Rob?
Okay. No, I was
Yeah,
gonna say the funny thing is like it almost seems like writing the song was the easiest part. Like it's like creating the song was the easiest part, and all this other stuff, distribution and website and this thing, that was the hard part. So
yeah.
you live and you learn.
But I think we have a little formula now for future releases. But he's right. Rob and I,
Hmm.
when we sit down to write, usually it moves really quickly. Once in a while, we have like a song where we get a little stuck, but mostly we move through a song pretty fast and have it done within the one or two sessions. We
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
the lyrics done, then Rob goes and does the track, and once in a while lets me contribute to the melody a little bit. Lets me give my opinion.
uh,
Yeah, I give that to him because he's really good at it. Yeah, but we've written what 20 songs now so
about so
far,
yeah, yeah. Mm.
and and then the past couple weeks we've been focused on the business, but we got to get back to our writing because that's the.
Hmm. That is the magic. That is true.
Do we tease our next release?
Yeah, we could do that. So hopefully early in the year, we're thinking January, maybe February, but most likely January. If a new song is already done. So it's done. All we do is market it. Called "We Are One," and hopefully you guys stick around and also support that one, please, because it's a cool song.
Very timely, and it's got this very cool Alicia Keys type vibe. The singer on it, her name's Abaya, and she's amazing. So
Hmm.
really excited about that one coming out after the holidays.
Yes. So we hope "Holiday Feeling" becomes a Christmas classic. We hope that it gives you some kind of a holiday feeling. We hope that it makes you smile, and yeah, we hope that you enjoy it and adds to your holiday.
Yes, please add it to your holiday playlist if you like it, share it. Feel free to message us. You can find us. We have silversonsongs.com, and we're
Yes,
Silverson Songs on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So, reach out
and
to.
YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
the lyric video is coming out soon, making it very easy for you guys to sing along. So just feel free to reach out to us and let us know what you think. And hey, hey, hey,
Ho ho ho.
got that holiday feeling. Ho, ho. Thanks, you guys, for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey, 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 got that holiday feeling. Ho, 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 make some magic, 'tis the